How's it hanging? So I recently downloaded apps of the dating variety. I am dabbling in online dating. Dappling, if you will. You won't? Okay. Naturally, beginning my own journey sparked some curiosity in me about other people's experiences with online dating. And then I remembered that I have access to hundreds of thousands of your secrets, and certainly a hefty amount of them have to do with online dating. So today I am revealing your online dating secrets, honestly in hopes to get some pointers, which now that I say it out loud is probably not gonna happen. At the least, I will learn maybe what not to do. And I'm going to do my best to give you guys advice on top of making fun of you. Thought I would just try to add a little value to your lives on top of the public shaming. I don't know. We'll see what happens. I like to catfish people but never meet up with them and just ghost them. That's great. So glad to hear there are people doing that because I'm not a psychopath. I came across this account on Tinder, which was obviously someone catfishing, and ended up matching with them. Long story short, that 23-year-old guy ended up being my own dad. Runs in the family. How did I find this out? My mom caught him in the act. To this day, I haven't confessed or told anyone I was the girl that he was talking to. My mom and him are divorced now, and I haven't spoken to him since. There is no way this story is real. There's no way. Advice? I guess, if you don't want to deal with the trauma of being catfished by your dad, then don't catfish other people, 'cause karma. So once I was on Grindr and this guy started talking to me and wanted to hook up, but I was busy that day, but he was cute, so I said I had time the next day. Well, the next day came around and after work he asked me to come to his place and was like, let's get some Chick-fil-A first. So I'm like, alright, I'd eat some Chick-fil-A. Anyways, I get to his place and we start walking to his car, and within 3 minutes of being there, he stops and is like, I'm sorry, I can't do this. I'm stopping this right here, and made me go home. Of course I was respectful and didn't want to judge him for not wanting to hook up, but then he texted me that he's not into hookups. Right after he sent me 5 guys he's recently slept with. Then said, sorry, that was a lie. It's because I didn't jive with your personality and had a really good hookup last night, so I didn't want to be a hoe and hook up again today. Long story short, my personality scared someone off within 3 minutes before we could even get to lunch. Huge confidence booster. You know what? I have advice for this, which is say thank you, God. Let's weed these out real quick. Why would we waste our time and our energy in mixing fluids with people we're not even compatible with, you know? So it's a good thing that that didn't work out because it wasn't meant to. Thank you. Next. Was that the right direction? Worst date I ever went on was with this one guy from a small religious college town. Yeah, big mistake. Apart from this guy being a gay date in this town where everyone knew each other, he was not like his Tinder would suggest. I'm not sure if the pictures were taken years ago or what, but he looked unwashed and just had an all-around bad vibe. I had to not only carry the conversation, but he was no help at all in conversational topics. We went to Taco Bell because I like gore first dates to be in very public settings so nobody gets the wrong idea. He orders nothing and says he isn't hungry. I order, get my food. Not even 10 seconds later, he starts eating some of my fucking box without asking. There's probably only one thing that angers me in life to the point of blind rage, and that's food. At that point, I finished my meal. He said he wanted to hang out more, but I dismissed that instantly and said I had homework. -10 date. If only we could leave reviews on people's profiles after dates. Wow, that would be very interesting. This guy would be unwashed, -10. Once I signed up for Tinder as like a joke, and I stole random pictures of a girl on Instagram. And I matched with a guy who was like 20 and gave him my phone number. A while later, I deleted Tinder and forgotten about it, and then the guy added me on Snapchat and started talking to me. I told him I was only 16, but he still talked to me in a sexual way. So after a week of texting me stuff, every day I screenshotted the text and told him if he didn't meet me in front of my local 7-Eleven, then I would take the screenshots to the police. And that's how I made $200. It seems dangerous, but sure, if they're gonna be creeps, take their money. I'm okay with this. I think I'm okay with this. This is my biggest secret by far. Well, I matched with this guy on Tinder after a night. Our I invite him over at 6 in the morning. We have sex, and after we are finishing, I realize that he never put the condom on or took it off during. He asked if it was okay that he came inside me. No, asshole, of course not. I was shocked and didn't know what to say. I just wanted to sleep. It's now 7 in the morning. He keeps trying to have sex with me several times, and with basically no sleep at 9 in the morning. I just tell him that he has to leave, and he doesn't listen when I tell him I don't want to have sex anymore. After he left, I wanted to get some revenge and hatched the perfect plan, lol. I texted him that it was not okay to take off the condom and that I wasn't on birth control. He tells me to take plan B, to what I reply, I'm allergic. 2 weeks go by and he texts me again, asks if I have taken a pregnancy test. I asked him to come over so we could take the test together. He comes over and I had already faked a pregnancy test. You should have seen his face. Ha ha ha. We then sit down for a few hours and talk about our options. In the country I live in, at the moment, abortion is illegal and I would have to travel overseas to get an abortion. With little research, we figured out it's about $1,500 plus flight, plus hotel, etc. He said he could split it with me, but I didn't want to make it easy on him, so I started talking about keeping the baby. We are both from different countries and, well, don't know each other. We kept talking for about a week back and forth on what to do. He is super stressed and really wants me to get the abortion. At last, I agree and we set a date that I am supposed to travel, but before, I tell him that I will do an ultrasound. Still, I was never pregnant. After the doctor's appointment, I tell him that I had a miscarriage or ectopic pregnancy. He was obviously very relieved and hopefully he's learnt a lesson, asshole. It's such a waste of your own personal energy to have gone down this rabbit hole with him, but it sounded like he needed to learn the lesson, so I'm glad he did. Also, I think the takeaway here is maybe to not have sex the moment you meet someone. I almost got murdered. So one day I was down in the dumps and got rejected by a longtime friend after asking them out. So I decided to say fuck it and go wild and join Tinder. Normally I'm a very cautious and put together person, but I decided I wanted to go against all of that and lose my virginity. After going out with my friends after the movies, I decided to go to some 25-year-old's house at 2 a.m. in the morning without telling anyone. Already a bad idea. We know this. Let's continue. When I got to the trailer park, I noticed that there were cameras, so I thought to myself, there's proof I came in, so no one would be dumb enough to murder me. Once I got to the house, I heard a whistle and got a message saying to come in through the window. Now, I may have been desperate, but I wasn't stupid. I knew I was being catfished, so I basically pulled a Scooby-Doo and got my flashlight and pulled the curtain out. The window was open for me to supposedly crawl through. And behind it was an old man on all fours covering his face, wearing nothing but boxers and blue latex gloves. When I say I ran, as you should have, to my car and didn't look back. I later learned about a website where you can look up sex offenders around in areas in my criminology class and looked up the area. He was the first one to pop up in that complex because I remembered his bald head and thick mustache. Let this be a lesson to anyone to not go on Tinder hookups in the middle of the night without telling anyone. And if you do, meet them in the daytime in a bright public space where people can see you. That is good advice. I'm not this dumb, but you guys might be. So, soak it in. Help! I need somebody help! Not just anybody! I used to be a Tinder regular, if you know what I mean. I met this really cool guy on there, but we just messed around because he wasn't ready for a relationship. Now, almost 2 years later, I have a boyfriend of almost 9 months, but I still occasionally hook up with Tinder guy. Neither one knows about the other. I'm trying to find a way to end it with Tinder guy, but he recently told me he loves me. I'm a horrible person, and I know I don't deserve advice, but I would appreciate it. Everyone deserves advice. It's okay. Hurting people's feelings it's really hard, but it's something that you need to be able to do if you are going to date, because otherwise you're just gonna get sucked into situations and not know how to get out of them. So my advice is say, hey, I am so glad you love me. It makes me feel really good about myself, but I don't love you and I have a boyfriend, so bye. It's so funny how when you're in a situation it can feel so difficult, but from the outside it's like, yeah, just say no. I met a guy on Tinder when I was in college. He picked up at my dorm and we drove to his place. Met some of his friends and then we got drunk AF at his apartment. Fell asleep and then he drove me back to my dorm early o'clock in the morning. That was it. Then he ghosted me. And when he finally got back in touch, he told me he has a girlfriend of 3 years. What the fuck? Also, he said they've never met. Douchebags. Anyways, what's the point? Is he trying to make you feel bad about yourself? Like, hey, I met you and then didn't ever want to see you again. I actually never even met this person and I'm giving them the time of day. Like, I just don't understand. What's the point of getting in touch? What's the point? I hooked up with this guy from Tinder once, and the next time he came over, he asked if he could cut off some of my pubic hair. to keep. He said it was because he loved me and wanted to keep my close to him at all times. I'm scared. All right, well, this is simple advice. It's, if someone asks for your pubic hair,
run.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Hey, I just want to know, what the fuck? What the fuck? You gave him your pubic hair, right? Last Valentine's Day, I wanted a Valentine so bad. I went on Tinder to get a Valentine just for the night. Turns out my dad called my mom and said he was going to be working late. And turns out I met up with my dad for an accident. I used a fake photo and fake age. This doesn't even make sense because that means you knew it was your dad. I mean, he didn't know it was you, but you knew it was your dad and you met up with him still? Why? I mean, people do say that you like people that remind you of your parents, so it's like, I guess you might as well try it out. You know, test the waters. Date your own dad. Whenever I watch your videos, I get horny, so I have to stop watching and watch porn. I hate this information, and I really hope it's not the case for other people. And I kind of understand why it would be, because these Revealing Your Secrets videos are pretty naughty. But, I've been doing this since I discovered your channel. Oh, wonderful! About a week ago. Since then, I have made a Tinder account just for hookups. Got some matches, and I can't wait to see where they go. I'm really looking forward to sucking some tits, lol. I'm a female, by the way. Lesbian porn is always my go-to. But if I'm not feeling it, then I look for rough and sexy porn. Haha, love your videos. Okay, I didn't ask. Thank you, I didn't ask. Okay, so I am 19, gay, and probably unstable. This dude on Grindr was like, yo, you want a sugar daddy? And me, being the naive person I am, was just interested in seeing what even is involved with it. A few messages later, I got a bit confused because he offered me $250 to play with his and wanted to meet out in the dark in the field. I got a bit skeptical, as you should have, and afraid, so I blocked him, and he found my Instagram and kept tagging me in things and messaging me until I blocked him. Had a restraining order against him and he's in jail for sexual assault on some other guy. The internet is a dangerous place. Good luck finding the love of your life. That should be the tagline for dating apps. You might get murdered. You also might get married. Let's find out! During spring break 2020, I started a fake dating profile on Hinge because they sponsored one of your old videos. So glad I contributed to the world of catfishing and made a fake name, fake age, etc. So I've been catfishing innocent men and women. Then I say I hate them and never text them again. I have a problem. I'm 12, please, love your videos. Oh, it's PS, love your videos. Just please fit the mood of this secret. I don't even know what to say. Stop. It's a waste of your time and their time. Read a book. Join a club. Watch Disney Channel. I never talk to my matches on Tinder. I only use them as an ego boost. I feel like this is probably very common. I was on Bumble one day and was feeling myself and wanted to share my body with someone. I found a guy who was named the same as my brother, and we chatted. We got each other's snaps, and that same night I had phone sex and sent nudes for the first time. I think I'm going to end it though because his name is the same as my brother's, and he wants to meet in person. If that was a deal breaker from the start, then why didn't you stop it from happening from the start? Maybe it's because you secretly want to fuck your brother. I don't know, just a thought. I met a girl on Tinder and she ended up being a complete toxic bitch. So tough luck for her, because once I cut off communications, I put her phone number on the 3 different dark web chat rooms and spammed it on Omegle. Let's just say she needs to change her phone number. Also, I'm banned from Omegle. P.S. One of the guys I sent her number to on the dark web liked little girls. You know what's so funny is that you called her toxic, a complete toxic bitch, verbatim, and it seems like, I don't know, maybe you're the complete toxic bitch. I mean, maybe she is too, but you definitely are as well. I think the lesson here is often what you see in other people is a reflection of yourself, and the people you attract are also often a reflection of yourself. So use dating as a means of getting to know yourself better and leaning into self-development, because you can actually learn a lot. Be curious and inquisitive and always be on the journey for personal growth. That's all I got. It's becoming very evident that I am going to receive no value from reading your secrets today, so I'm done. Thank you. Not really though. I hope you guys liked this video. Make sure you give it a thumbs up if you did. Leave a comment down below with your online dating experiences. I'm very curious to know. And subscribe. I upload videos whenever I want right now. You're confused, I'm confused. Let's just work together. So make sure that you're subscribed and you hit the bell notification so that you are most certainly informed when I do post. Because I posted a video recently and I got a lot of comments that people didn't get the notifications. So I'm gonna leave that video down below, my last video, in case you haven't seen it. It's a new series that I started. I'm pretty excited about it. I hope you guys like it. Check that out and hit the bell to make sure that you know when I upload. And I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.